All right, so you want to take your elbow bone, okay, and you're going to put that elbow bone into a wall or a door frame or whatever. This is going to keep your bow straight, okay? So keeping in mind, your bow stick has to be parallel to the bridge, all right? So we don't want it looking like this, and we don't want looking like this, okay? We want to be able to have our bow so that it's straight down using the wrist, okay? Straight down. That's the way your wrist should look like. And then straight up. So you're going to push, going up, and down, and up. So a good exercise is putting your arm into the wall, because now this is going to keep your bow straight. And you're going to go down and up and down and up and down and up, okay? And that should keep your bow parallel to your bridge. Now when you look at it, actually some of my students have said, Mrs. Joe, it doesn't look like I'm bowing straight, okay? It looks crooked, and it may look a little crooked for you, okay? The best thing to do also, if you can, is to stand in front of a mirror once you've done the arm thing a bit, and watch your bow stick, and then look in the mirror and see how things are going, all right? If your bow is going this way, you need to move your elbow forward, okay? If it's going this way, 10 to 1, it won't go that way, it'll go the opposite way. You want to push your elbow back so that you've got a straight bow, okay? Does that make sense? All right. Let's give that a go. Why don't we pull out, let's go to the other side where the doors are. It might be a little easier for us to do it over here. And we're just going to play around with the bow. So let's go over to the red doors. And we're going to turn around and put our elbow bone into the door. Okay? So you're going to go up against the door. You coming, Odie? That's my boy. All right, here we go. All right, so you're going to go with your elbow bone into the door, small down bow, so down movers into the floor. So small down bow, small up bow on the D string. Down and up. Okay, now we're going to take and we're going to move our elbow down, okay? When we start to play on the A string, okay? And then we're going to go on to the E string. You're going to drop your arm again, so you're on the E string, but you don't want to touch the rib of your violin with your bow, okay? Okay, now we're going to bring our arm up so that it's the elbow bone and your shoulder are at the same level. We don't want it up like this, okay? We want it even. So, and then we're going to try that one. Okay. How's everybody doing with that? Let's try it. Yeah, are you having a hard time there, Odie?
Because I think he's still learning just how to hold.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, there's a lot in there.
There is.
Okay, you can maybe.
Can I see that? I don't want to
bow. Yeah, sure. Okay, how you doing there, Jennifer?
I've forgotten how to hold it properly.
Okay, there's a lot to learn here, right? Okay, so you want to make sure then that, okay, whoop. So you're going to bring this down. No, this is going to be up here. Stop forward.
Yes.
And then this is up here. There you go. And just want to just lightly hold on to that. All right, so now let's hold the bow. So the bow is going to go here on the bottom. On the bottom here. And then it goes to over here. And that's going to go to the bow, right? Yeah, so that's perfect. That's perfect. You're just going to bring this one up just a little bit. So now we're going to put it on the A string. So put your elbow in the bow. You know, we're going to bring it down, okay? And we're just going to do a short little bow. So let's just do it from here. Okay, you want to bring your arm down just a tiny little bit more. There you go. Got it. Now try and keep it like right to parallel with the wind. And you want to make sure that you're straight up and down. Okay? just remember to bring it back down here. And even if you do your exercises that I'm going to give you, just with your arm up against there, until you actually get the feel of it. Now, when you're actually playing, it's going to be almost like a chicken wing. So your arm is going to come up. You don't want the elbow past where your shoulder is. So you want it about there. Okay, and you're going to bring this here, and you're using your wrist to do that. There you go. Okay, so you want to keep it straight. And then you're going to drop your elbow just a little bit, so that you're on the D string. You're going to the D string. And then you're going to drop it again on the A string. And then you're going to drop it onto the E string. Okay, now you want to take your fingers off, okay? This is where you want to do the stop sign, okay? And then you're going to go oblique. Okay? All right, so just keeping in mind that when you are with your bow, it's like a chicken wing. We call this the chicken wing method, and it's actually written up in your book. So when you're on your G string, your elbow and your shoulder will be at the same level. You don't want it like this. For one thing, you can see your bow hair is going right into your rib, okay? You want it so that it's even shoulder and elbow bone. Okay, and then what you want to do if you're going to go onto the D string, you're going to lower it a little bit more so that you're not hearing the G string, you're only hearing the D. Okay, and then you're going to do exactly the same thing again for the A string. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing again when you do the E. Now you don't want to bring it down by your side, because if you bring it down by your side, can you see what you're going to start doing? You're going to start hitting the bow hair along the rib, and you don't want that. You want it up enough so that you're only playing on the E. So if I'm on the E and I'm hearing the A while I'm playing, okay, you want to lower your arm if you're trying to play on the E. If you're hearing the A, okay, when you're playing on the E, okay, you have to raise your arm a little bit. So just remember, if you're hearing two strings, stop. Let's see what we need to do. How do we start that? And you want to make sure that your bow stick is right over top of the hair. You don't want it tilted like this. You want to make sure that it's straight over the hair. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're only playing with a quarter of your bow hair. Okay, you're not playing with the whole thing. All right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. So for this week, what we're going to do is we're going to take exercise or lesson 1, and you're going to go through from 1 till 6, and you're going to bow those. If you get a little more confident that you're actually doing pretty good, you can go on and do lesson 2, because remember, lesson 2 is working on the G string, the D string, the A string, and the E string. Okay?
Is it going to be like down, up?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to go down into the floor and up into the ceiling. Okay? Down into the floor, up into the ceiling. Okay, does that make sense? Any questions? Not so far?
No.
Okay. Turn it off there, Caleb.